What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another live trading video. We're going to go over this trade I took on January 11th, 2024, which netted us a little over $2,000 in profit. Make sure you guys watch until the end to go over everything from psychology to technical analysis, why I took the trade, why I scaled in where I scaled in, my risk management strategy, and my overall thought process throughout the entire trade. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys are following me on Instagram at Arkhamtrades. This is where you can find me. Some key things here is obviously we had that SMT with the Nasdaq taking out this high, but ES and the Dow Jones didn't. It's really good. Nasdaq's starting to see some rejection here. Dollar starting to see a pullback, push higher. It's really good for a dollar. It's really good for a dollar. Seeing that pullback to that fair value gap. Now seeing that push higher. They mark this blue. Pullback fair value gap. Now starting to see that push higher. Nasdaq starting to see rejection here at about 50% level. Starting to see rejection. Dow Jones took out this high, and now it's starting to see that rejection lower. So overall, I'm not gonna take a trade yet, but right now it's kind of just consolidating. You don't want to trade, when it's consolidating like this. You kind of want to be a little bit more patient. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm being a little bit more patient, because at the end of the day, so M15 fair value got brighter. So I want to see how it react at this M15 fair value gap. Can still find support here to then push higher. Price can still push higher. So I don't want to be 100% on one thing. Dow Jones at that M15 order block right here after tapping into this H1 order block. So there's definitely some liquidity down here. Some like orders here for the Dow Jones to potentially see a push higher, possibly. Nasdaq, same thing. Some equal lows here on the Nasdaq. Nasdaq could want to take that out 100%. That could be a level of liquidity for the Nasdaq, so we gotta take note of that, because that can affect us on the ES. And yeah, the dollar is seeing that pullback here, and yeah, we could continue higher here on the dollar, which could be bearish for us on the indexes. So overall, being patient, not forcing anything, not doing more than I should, and yeah, just following the plan. We are only using one contract size today simply because the volatility is high, and eventually if we do get the right direction, we will scale into our trade. Break below this M15 fair value gap. Really liking this setup here. We got a bearish M5 fair value gap. SMTs at these highs with the Nasdaq against the Dow Jones. Really good. Dow Jones already broke below this M15 order block, so Dow Jones is very weak. We still have this low, plus Nasdaq has these equal lows below us as well. So overall, really good opportunity to then go short on the market. Nasdaq already came back into its fair value gap a little bit, just a little bit. Dow Jones still has time to get back in here. ES as well still has time to get back in here. So I want to see a pullback to this fair value gap and then a continuation drop lower. If we get some signature showing that we pulled back into this fair value gap and it's shown respect, then I will scale in another contract, putting me in for 2 contracts. ES came back into the opening of the fair value gap, but not the 25% level, which we wanted to see. So we're being a little bit more patient. It's not what we want to see. We don't want to see price leave us after only tapping into the opening. Just like 4 more points higher, man. Just 4 more points higher. Come on. You can do it. Tap me into the trade, bro. Tap me into the trade. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. That's the tough part about trading fair value gaps. It's not putting a limit order at the opening, but instead the 25% level. But it's like, it's really tough because sometimes it'll go to a 25% level and then a 50% level, right? And you get a better execution. Sometimes it'll just be at the opening, but you get a horrible execution and you have a lower stop loss. So it's like, it's really tough. But what I've noticed is the 25% level usually gets hit. The 50% not so often, but usually the 25% level will get hit. But there are instances where it'll just come into the opening and leave, which is tough, obviously. But you know, that's the tough part about trading fair value gaps. It's like you never know which one it's gonna go into, and looks like this one is just gonna go into the opening and possibly just drop here, which could mean we just missed out on the move, which it's looking like. You see, the Nasdaq came to a 25% level, but the ES didn't. You know, Dow Jones didn't even retrace into a fair value gap; it just dropped. So it's tough. It's really tough. You know, trading fair value gaps. But yeah, I guess we missed out on this move here. Yeah, we missed out. Came into the opening, didn't come into our 25% level, which we wanted to see, and now it's just dropping lower. Yeah, that's annoying. You know, that's always something that happens. It happens. There's nothing you can do about it, except just wait for a better opportunity, man. Just wait for a better opportunity. That's it. But I mean, it happens, man. It literally just came into a 25% level, and it literally just came into the opening just ever so slightly and just dropped off. It didn't even bother coming back up here. It didn't even bother coming back up into the inversion. It just dropped, and that's tough. I know it's tough. You know, you miss out on moves because of that, and I guess what I could have done, probably put one at the opening and then put in one at the maybe 75% level. That could have probably put me in at maybe the right here, but then I'd be in for 2 contracts with a stop loss just right here. So there's always scenarios that happen, and it's nothing you can do about it. It's really nothing you can do about it. And just like that, TP about to get hit. TP hit, frick. Oh man, just like that. Oh man, that would have been TP hit. TP smashed. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's nothing you can do about that, man. There is nothing that you can do about that. TP smashed. Oh man. 20 points. There's nothing you can do about it. We are done. Just like that. Just like that. Trade over. Trade over. Just like that. Trade over. You can't win. You really can't win. Because there's sometimes where I put it at the opening, and sometimes it comes up all the way up to the 75% level. And since I put it at the opening, I have a terrible feel. I mean, my stop loss is, you know, a lot lower, and price just, you know, ends up retracing hard, and then I get stopped out. Sometimes I put it at the 25% level like this, and it doesn't get hit. You literally can't win. You cannot win. I'm just glad I followed my plan, didn't chase it, didn't, you know, didn't try and chase it, make it back or anything, just continue following the plan. But I mean, that's just reality of it, man. Just got filled into a trade here. Just got filled into a trade here at 50% level. This bearish fair value gap. Yeah. Overall take profit is below this low down here. This fair value gap only came to the opening and then dropped, but this one came all the way to the 50% level, and now it's, you know, looking like it's gonna drop. So you can never win with fair value gaps. You can never win with fair value gaps, and it's something that you just have to accept. You just have to accept that you can't win with fair value gaps. Whether it wants to come to the opening and drop, come to a 50% level and drop, come to 25, maybe even break below that fair value gap and come to a much higher or lower fair value gap. You know what I mean? It's like there's so many ways to trade the fair value gap. There are so many different levels to get into a trade that, you know, it's very difficult, but I'm pretty confident in this working out, and so far it's been looking good. You can get a break below this level here. I'm gonna scale in one more contract, and I would see final target down here. But so far volatility has been looking nice. Yeah, volatility has been looking nice. I'll see some sort of break below this level, and as it continues lower, I'll scale in one more contract for final TP down here. We scaled in here. Right here we have 3 levels. Our final level, which is 20 points, a 15-point level, and a 10-point level here. So if we come down to 10-point level, but then we start seeing respect from this order block, then we'll take it off for 10 points. But if we break through that, then we'll come to a 15-point level. But if we see rejection from this low here, you know, and want to push higher, then we'll take it off for 15 points. But if it continues lower and just continues dropping harshly, then we'll continue all the way down here to our 20-point level. So those are all 3 levels. TP1 is just now hit, which we want to see how does price react at this level. Does it continue to drop into this 15-point level, or does it stall here? Because if it just stalls here, then I'll just take it off for the 10 points, which is still $1,000. But if we do see it continue to drop here, then we'll take it off right here for our 15-point level. So, and if it just harshly drops here, then it will come most likely all the way down here into our 20-point level. But I know for sure it's gonna want to come below that prior day's low, so I'm patient. Yeah, NASDAQ has room to go. I'm talking about room. NASDAQ has tons of room to keep going lower. Just off of that, I'm very confident. Exercising patience, man. We missed this opportunity, but, you know, another opportunity always presents itself, you know, where it's 30 minutes later, an hour later, 2 hours, 3 hours later, another opportunity will present itself, and you have to be ready. You can't allow this missed opportunity to affect you from this opportunity that you're about to get. So it's really good. Yeah, if we stall here and don't see that continuation lower, I might just take it off. See what I mean? So far it's broken the fair value gap, so that's a really good signature from us. I want to see a pullback here, act as resistance, and see that continuation lower. But this could all just be time distortion, where it's just gonna consolidate here. So I want to see it come off of this inversion and drop. I don't want to be caught in time distortion if it does just consolidate here. it just consolidates here or pushes higher, pushes back lower, you know what I mean, just not really giving us what we want to see, I just want to take it off because I just don't want to play around right now. I just want to lock in profits. You know, the goal is to lock in profits and not trying to hold for the entire move. See something you don't like, just take it off, take your profit for a day. If we do see this M15 candle continue to drop, it'll 100% come down into our 15-point range, but I'm not sure if it'll come down to our 20-point range. So as soon as it comes down into this 15-point range, I want to be eyeing it like a hawk and making sure that, you know, price is not gonna reverse on me after taking out this low. Nasdaq 100% wants to push lower and will continue to push lower. We just gotta find that same level of motivation to go lower from the Dow Jones. If we do, then flush on the ES. Yeah, just continue to monitor it. It's really tough, but I mean, we're right there, so I don't know. I just don't like being in these type of situations where it's just, you know, consolidating. Will it take out this low? Will it not? Is it gonna reverse on me? Will it not? You know what I mean? It's not something you wanna deal with. It's really not. It's not something you wanna deal with at all. There we go. Woohoo! You finally wanna move. And just like that. Wow. Just a little bit more. Just a little bit more there, partner. A little bit more juices. Get me in. Get me in. Ah, get me in. No, get me in. Get me in. Oh, get me in. That is so funny. That is so funny. Get me in the dang trade. Gold, this is awesome, man. I love this type of price action. I love these type of days where it just goes, man. It just goes, man. I love the volatility. The volatility is back. I love it. Crazy moves, crazy momentum, super solid day. Yeah, man. Great trade, great move. That's gonna be it for the video. Continue to follow the game plan, continue to follow the rules, continue to do what we need to do. Super solid day. See you guys next time.